I know y'all probably thought I wasn't coming today, but hey, top of the top. Yesterday I need my bad, y'all. Yesterday I needed to take a moment. I'm trying to get my thing right. Okay, needed to take a moment and a pause for the cause yesterday, but you thought I was not coming back. You thought I was not gonna. Double tap that screen because, baby, as y'all see from the title, we are getting into a couple of things. And I'm also going to talk a little bit about Zip with the Drip and Hassan Campbell because they are still going back and forth at it. But now it has gone to low blows. Pong! And we're going to get into all of that stuff. Welcome back. Welcome back to Spike Coffee in the Morning with your girl, Henny. It's a little dark in here. I know it's a little dreary outside. And I am inside because guess what? The central AC is finally being fixed. Hallelujah! Won't he do it? Won't he do it? Yes, he will. Y'all throw them Henny glasses up in that chat if y'all want y'all coffee spiked. I like that, Gold Digger. That is the spiked coffee in the morning. Okay? Spiked coffee in the morning. Y'all throw them coffee cups and them Henny glasses in the chat. Now, if you hear some noise in the back, just know that is them working on the central air. So we aren't in here in a sauna anymore. All right, so Henny, what you talking about? Let's get into what Henny is talking about because yesterday evening I did not drop this news, and I do apologize that I did not drop the news when I was supposed to drop the news. I wasn't on snooze. I was in my other sector, okay? And in my other sector, we were dealing with an 8-hour live with Croashian on Deshae Frost Live. I'm going to be talking about that over there on Stray Henny Media a little later on today. But today, what I want to talk about. So I want to talk about Jermaine Ashley Williams. Yeah. He was a little quiet. Now, if this goes y'all know what that is. That is the airdrop coming in because guess what Henny's going to do? Put the doc on the screen, okay? Henny is going to put the doc on the screen for y'all so that y'all can see for yourself. But I'm quite sure y'all have already known that Luce Cannon has officially entered into the MDC of LA, okay? Now, what does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? I'm going to tell you what that means as soon as I could get it on the screen. It's not letting me get it on the screen that way, so we'll put it on the screen this way. Oh, it's still airdropping. All right, let it do its thing. He is now in LA. He is no longer in Vegas. He is now in LA. So the other day when Sharice made her post about him being moved, seems like there it goes. Boom. Let me, oh, you can't really see because I forgot I got to do it this way and not that way, but y'all know. Y'all see. Los Angeles, Jermaine Ashley, Los Angeles MDC, y'all see that right there. So about, bum. He's over there now where everybody is. And when I say everybody, I mean everybody. Bricc is there. Everybody that was picked up in LA is in the MDC. What does this mean for Luce Cannon? What does this mean for Ashley? Y'all tell me what it is that y'all foresee with your third eye view of what's about to go down with this situation, because you're not in Vegas no more and we ain't heard nothing. Did y'all hear something? I ain't getting no phone call. He ain't called nobody. Did he call us on the internet and harass us? Did his wifey Pooh say anything? Because I didn't even see her saying anything at all either. I'm just being honest. I didn't see her on here saying nothing either. But it's possible that I could have missed some things. So if I missed some things, y'all fill me in. I'm not above being filled in. Y'all can fill me in. Did y'all hear anything? I think it's been quiet. Has it been quiet for y'all? Because it's been quiet for me. I don't see nobody saying that they heard anything from him. So I think it's safe to assume what I'm assuming. So a lot of people was curious about that. And I know some people have the information, but I wanted to show y'all that your girl got it. Henny got that work as always. All right. Now, I'm also seeing a little bit of a couple of rumblings and some bumblings about Bricc Baby as well, but I'm here to clear that up too, because what I'm not about to do is participate in any of the foolery that has been going on when it comes down to what's been going on. And I just wanted to say this. Bricc Baby is not getting a new, he's not getting a new court date because he's snitching. So let's stop trying to throw snitch jackets on everybody when it's not a snitch jacket that should be there. Okay, let's stop doing that. Okay, I'm setting this up for y'all so that y'all can see what I'm about to say. It's actual factual and it ain't hype. So boom, give me a second and let me get that over here to this screen as well, because I'm going to show y'all what I'm talking about. Because I'm tired also of people thinking that they could just come and poach my content. You think I don't know you poaching? You poaching. The least you could do is give your girl a shout out, or at least say, hey, or at least go over there and say, hey, go over there to Henny, make sure that y'all are getting y'all daily dose. So boom, there we go. Hi, your girl. Y'all see that right there? Y'all see that? Y'all see that? I love this. I love this. I love this right now. Shout out to Udo who showed me how to do this. So we got DC Black. Salute to him. Luce is in PC. It takes hours to get situated once you get to a new prison. The first day or so, you are dealing with administration. They're going to wire up Luce Cannon cell. And you know what, DC Blacks? I was told from somebody who's a very reliable source that that is something that they are going to do. So anybody that sits in a cell with Luce, you better watch your mouth or either ask for a transfer out of his cell, because he definitely is going to be somebody that you do not want to be conversing with within there. So now I said he's in there with everybody, and that does not mean that, you know, he's not possibly going to PC, because if I was him, I think that would be a good move. Somebody needs to advise him of that. You know, it ain't safe. It ain't safe. Now, I am going to also shout you out even further, DC Blacks. For those who don't know who he is very good with breaking down a lot of this prison work, like the prison work as far as how it goes inside. He has all the insides, and he also breaks down paperwork like none other. So if you are not subscribed to him, I am going to go ahead and shout him out, because he is somebody who is very knowledgeable, and I enjoy watching his content from the bushes. I do be in your bushes, DC Blacks. I do be, and sometimes I be in the comments too, but I do be in your bushes. He has good content if you want to know things. But yeah, so that is where we are with Ashley. And I'm wondering, are we going to get some more phone calls from him? Or is he going to be... Let's wait and see. But now I was getting ready to talk about Bricc Baby. Now, Bricc Baby, yeah, this is his paperwork right here. Bricc Baby, if you remember, I told you that he was being permanently detained, and I also had explained to you that permanent detention meant that he was not getting a bail hearing, that he was going to stay there until trial. Of course, he could not be permanently detained because he has not gone to a trial. So for those who misunderstood, I did make a video explaining that, but I'm explaining it once again, and anytime that I am talking about that, boom. I'm from DC. Oh, you talking about another. Okay, so boom. That's a whole nother person. You got the name DC Blacks. I thought you was somebody else. Okay, my bad. Scratch that from the record. But I mean, still, shout out and salute to you. I'm going to bring up the fact that he is not permanently detained because he is not going to trial, because I did drop that information to you guys every time that I talk about this, so that nobody can misconstrue what I say, because I do tend to catch a little bit of whatever, because I'm a female, but whatever. I don't even care. I'm still here. But I'm still here now. But I'm still here though. So now, if you remember from the last video that I did, Bricc Baby was requesting a new hearing. And the reason why he was asking for a new hearing is because someone from his family is putting their property up for him to be able to get a bail. So they petitioned the court for him to get a new... It says it's an application for bail review or reconsideration. So that's exactly what this says right here. That's what it says. And so Bricc Baby has gotten a court date. He will be going to court on April 9th. That's my mama's birthday. He will be going to court on April 9th. Y'all may not be able to see it clearly, but right here, April 9th, he has a new court date for that. And I guess we're going to have to see if they're going to actually allow him to get bail to come out. Now, I don't know, because when I read that paperwork to y'all the first time, it reads really bad. And I say it reads really bad because one of the things that they do in paperwork is if you, not even saying paperwork, if all you know is the paperwork and all you have is the paper to go by, you don't know nothing else, you just read that, that's what it gives you that impression. So basically what they have said is he has violated probation. He has violated parole on multiple occasions. They have brought up all of his charges. So I don't know. This is going to be very interesting to see if they're going to allow his family member to put up their home as collateral for him to be able to get the bail. I'm not making that up. If y'all missed that, then y'all need to go back to my channel and then need to go watch that video because I did do the video on that and explain everything then. Okay? I explained everything in that video for y'all. Now, the other thing that I did want to come on here and I wanted to talk about is the fact that everybody seems to forget that Adam 22 told y'all that he has a lawsuit. Well, I am here to tell you that over here at Hennessy Reviews, we have known about Adam's lawsuit since January. Sorry, y'all. I didn't put the paperwork out because a lot of other stuff started coming into play. And it kind of fell to the wayside and we didn't get a chance to cover it. Plus, when we sat down as a collective, it was kind of agreed upon that we didn't think that it was something that would people would be interested in at that particular moment. We didn't think that people would be interested in it. But it turns out that my, how the tables have turned and how content has become content, because there definitely is, in fact, a lawsuit, okay? And I am going to get into some of that lawsuit for you. And this is from Rayleigh Garcia, okay? And Yuri. And they brought a civil action against Adam 22, all right? So let's get a little bit into that. I'm not going to get too deep into that, but I do want to let y'all know that there is paperwork out there on this case. It is old to me but new to you, but I'm still going to give you a little bit about it, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to discuss it. So this right here is the court doc. So there definitely is a lawsuit that is going on right now, and it is against No Jumper. And that, to me, I felt like, and it's just my opinion, I feel like he used that as a stepping stone for him to be able to promote things that he's doing. Because if you go back to the Vlad interview that he did, then you will remember that he did tell Vlad that he should have followed his blueprint in this, that, and the third. They had a whole conversation about this. Now, if y'all see somebody doing a video on the information I'm giving right now, exactly the way that I'm doing it, y'all know where it came from, okay? Because nobody was talking about the lawsuit. But this lawsuit is against No Jumper, Adam, Josh, Nicholas, and then individuals doles 1 through 50. First live as a member, first YouTube membership too. Excited to be a teeny weeny part of the live today. Hey, welcome to the other side. Okay. Yeah, we are going to be getting into that. No Jumper is a business, a LLC, a separate entity from Adam. So Adam LLC going to get sued. Actually, no. No Jumper LLC is on here and Adam is on here as an individual. See, look right here. No Jumper LLC, right? It says a limited liability company. Then it says Adam Grand Mason, an individual. So they are, Nicholas is Lush, thank you. So they are suing the business, No Jumper, and the person, Adam 22. Okay, for those who did not know that Adam Graham Mason is Adam 22, that is him. He's suing Josh. Josh is the one that you reach out to when you want to submit things. Josh is like a behind the scenes person. And this right here, Nicholas, is Lush. Nicholas Hyman is Lush. We just found that out. Thank you for that. And these two people, Riley, is it Riley or Rayleigh? I think it's Riley. Riley Garcia and Yuri, I don't know how to say their last name, are the two individuals that are suing Adam. So yes, definitely. Definitely. And he's married to Adam's system. Thank you, Yadami. You know me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. See, I never claim to know it all, and I'm always anxious to get information. Like, if you know something, say something. Top of it, blessings to y'all. Have a great weekend, honey. You too. Thank you, Sinatra Cash. So now that we have all the puzzle pieces together, are y'all excited to get the live that I'm going to do on this? Because I'm going to do a live on it. Y'all going to get a live today. Why is he suing? Ooh, good question. For damages and sexual harassment. Damages and sexual harassment. Interesting. So I guess I'll give you a little bit of information in this live. The first cause is for breach of contract, okay? The second cause of action is breach of implied covenant of good faith and fair dealing. The third is harassment in violation of FEHA. Do you need me?
I need the knife.
Okay. The fourth is discrimination in violation of FEHA. The fifth cause is violation of Government Code Section 12940K. And the sixth cause is violation. Okay, let's get into some of this. Wrongful discharge resulting from harassment and discrimination. Let's start there, shall we? Let me take a screenshot of this so that y'all can see it for yourselves too as I read it. And get this up on the screen for y'all, because that's what we're going to start with, but we're going to read into the whole complaint. But of course, I can't give y'all a piece of something and not give y'all something to chew on, okay? So hold uno momento, please. Uno momento, please. All right. And yes, I'm going to break all of this down in a video today. And I know I'll have to move quick because the vultures will be vulturing. All right, so let's get this up here for y'all. All right, so this is the court doc. This is the page that I'm going to be reading, and the page that I'm going to be reading is number 13 in the suit. So let me go this way. Let me try to get all the way out the screen so y'all can see it. And it says, by the, plaintiff incorporate. Plaintiff's incorporation hereinby reference the allegations contained in the paragraph above and throughout. Okay, despite defendant's actual and constructive knowledge of the above described harassment and discrimination, defendant failed to take immediate and appropriate corrective action to stop the harassment and discrimination. Therefore, before the harassment and discrimination occurred, defendants failed to take all responsible steps to prevent the harassment and discrimination from occurring. Instead, the defendants discriminated against the harassed plaintiffs on the basis of sex, gender, by terminating plaintiffs from employment. Defendants' termination of the plaintiffs constitutes unlawful discrimination in employment on accounts of sex and or race in violation. Okay? So that's a portion of what it is, but he's saying, Adam is saying, that this stuff is all trumped up. I'm not so sure what's going on in this case. All I have is the paperwork to go off of and the paperwork to read to y'all. And let me tell you something. Such defendants engaged in the following actions with the intent of harassing plaintiff on account of plaintiff's sex/gender. Such harassment included, but it is not limited to, the following: discussing plaintiff Garcia having eggs with defendant's YouTube stream, posting photographs of plaintiff Garcia's butt on defendant's Reddit page, threatening to fight plaintiff, I guess that would be, so Garcia is Ryan and Yuri, okay? Plaintiff Yuri on defendant's YouTube stream, doxing plaintiffs on defendant's YouTube stream, live streaming outside of where plaintiffs live, falsely accusing plaintiffs Yuri of stalking plaintiffs Garcia on defendant's podcast, posting photographs of plaintiffs live on Reddit, posting about defendants fighting and or shooting plaintiffs, posting that plaintiff Ryan had Riley had a termination of pregnancy, and the list goes on and on and on and on. Oh no, you were right in it before anything got cheeky. You handled it better than I possibly would have. Enjoy that coffee. Hee. I don't know what you're talking about. The whole No Jumpers, FBI, Homeland Security, Intel Hub, Sexual Pervert Crew, they all play weird, freaky games with each other. Well, they were not playing. And so we're going to read it. We're going to get into this court doc. And we're going to find out what he's talking about. And of course, you know, I'm going to pull some receipts as well. So y'all make sure y'all tune in for that. But y'all, what do y'all really think is going on when with this case? Y'all let me know. Y'all converse with me. Do y'all really feel like they're gonna have, just based off of that little bit that I read y'all about posting them, doxing them, harassing them? I mean, some of that stuff kind of sounds familiar to us, don't it? Don't somebody else do that? Oh, I. Oh, I. We don't have no coffee this morning. We have a little bit of water left in our jug. Oh, we had a weirdo. Okay. Moving right along. I don't know if any of y'all follow this content, follow these content creators. I know that a lot of y'all do not like Hassan Campbell. I forgot the name that y'all call him, Hassania or something like that. I don't know. But y'all do not like Hassan Campbell. Y'all have made that very, 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 very abundantly clear that y'all do not deal with him, and that is cool. But it seems like him and Zip with the Drip have been going back and forth with each other for a little minute now. It was very comedic. Hassan scrambled thighs. Y'all, you know what? I don't even know why I read that out loud, Spirit Wonder. You're going to get me in trouble. Could the timing be to make it like Adam's not an agent? Well, here's the thing. This lawsuit was filed a while ago. Now, Hassan, in their beefs, decided to bring in Zip's grandma. And Zip decided to go and go to ChatGPT. I'm sorry, I couldn't keep a straight face while saying that. He went to ChatGPT and compared himself, like his channel and his ratings and what he does, to what Hassan's numbers do. And let's just say embarrassing. Embarrassing. I feel bad. But, you know, when it comes to Hassan, he kind of opens himself up. Hold on, it might flash again because I got to change my background. When it comes to Hassan and him, I don't like that. I don't like that being plain like that. I don't. Let me see if I can get... he's definitely not somebody that you should want to engage. Well, not Hassan. Zip is definitely not somebody that you should want to be trying to engage in anything with when it comes down to this, because Zip is going to make you look foolish, okay? Hassan tried to talk about Zip's couch, and in the midst of all of that, Zip looked back at the couch. Listen, I got to see if I could play this just a little bit. I don't want to get in the midst of this, but I found it funny. So, how can I say this? Zip is gonna roast you. And that's exactly what he did. He roasted the hell out of him. Hold on. Y'all want to hear it? Drop the Henny glasses in the chat. I'll play a little bit of it for you. Bump it. I'm seeing Hitty glasses. I ain't even gonna play his. I'm gonna go to his.
He would have never. He had his grandmother booping. He had his grandmother with her hands on the wall in the penitentiary, being searched. The COs, the correction officers, was giving her the credit card check, swiping her. Where the COs do that at? Anybody from New York that been to jail like that, or you been a visitor in a New York State prison, let me know where they credit carded you at, please. I need to know. Because this nigga's just lying for no reason, but this is what he do. Let me know which jail you been to where the police credit carded you while you was going to see a visitor. Let's get to that.
So, to answer that question, if you don't know what credit carding is, it's when they take their hand and go in the crack of your booty cheeks. I can say this. I have never been credit carded going on no visit. I have had to take my bra off because it had an underwire in it. I've had to take my bra off. I've had to take bobby pins out of my hair. I've had to take piercings out. I even had to take this off. They made me take this off. Even though it was for religious reasons, spiritual reasons, they made me take it off. I had to take my religious beads off at one point in time. Like, yo, I've had to do everything. They don't credit card you when you go to visit, bro. They don't. They don't. You got to clear that metal detector. They're going to pat you down, but they're not credit carding you. That's weird. That's weird. Now, I know up where I was at in Westchester, we had to take all our jewelry off. You couldn't wear no jewelry except for a wedding ring and a cross. If you had like a cross, you could wear your cross. But earrings, these would be fine to stay in. But I've never had to be credit carded. Nobody's ever touched me in my punani area. No, none of that. Nobody's ever done that. They check your mouth, make you and all of that craziness. Some places and some COs, if you got a bun or a ponytail, they make you take it out and shake your hair. But I have never been credit carded going to visit anyone in a New York State correctional facility, nor in any county jail have I ever been credit carded. Well, actually, I've only been to one county jail, but I was going to that county jail since I was a little girl all the way up until I was grown. I was going to that county jail. Not proud of it, just saying I've been that. It was to the point where the COs remember me from when I was a little girl with long braids hanging down because I used to go up there to go visit my father, and then I was going up there to go visit my man. So then I was still going up there to visit my father and visit my man. So go figure. But I've never been credit carded a day in my life. Has no CO. They don't even touch your breasts. When they patting you down and if they gotta pat you down, they do this, they do the wand, or they'll do this. That's it. But when you go through that metal detector and that metal detector went off, all I had to do was ever take my bra off. And that was the most humiliating thing because I never, we couldn't go in the bathroom. You had to do it right there in the lobby. So you had to do put your hands in your t-shirt and take your bra off and pull it out your sleeve and put it in a paper bag in order to clear the metal detector. But I've never had nobody touch me in no intimate area, let alone run their hands through the crack of my behind. So that's a lie. Not taking sides, but he asked the question. I'm answering the question. I'm just giving you.
The credit card check is when they take the hand and swipe it through the crack of you.
Never. I've never.
Your grandmother smuggling drugs in a penitentiary. Zip, you win. I can't beat you, nigga. You're the illest nigga in Nebraska. There's only... No. You are the illest nigga in Nebraska. That's some shit you like to bestow upon yourself. That's a title you like to bestow upon yourself. The illest nigga in Nebraska. The illest nigga in Nebraska was a motherfucking rat. Do not associate me with anything snitching. That's you niggas be on the internet trying to get niggas indicted and all that. Not.
Let me say this also. Again, This has been going on between these two for a very long time. So you've heard the basis.
This is serious business. I'm about to dissect this thing. I'm about to let ChatGPT do it though. I'm gonna need y'all to pay attention.
Grimy piece of whatever asked their grandmother to bring drugs in to niggas like Blue Boy. You had your grandmother smuggling drugs in the penitentiary. What could I say to you? See, the reason why certain dudes can't beat a nigga.
Hold on. Not a rat with a wig and a banana. I'm done.
Like Zip with the drip. The nigga with the dirty couch that's still.
Yo. That's pure comedy. He said the dirty couch. You see Zip look back like my couch. Like he talk about my couch. I'm sorry. I found that hilarious.
Can't beat a nigga like Zip with the drip is because there's too many dirty niggas in the world. There's way too many. There's more dirty niggas in the world than clean, fresh niggas like me. Niggas sitting on the same dirty couch.
I swear to God, I missed that part before. A clean, fresh nigga like him? He think he a clean, fresh nigga. He buy his jewelry in the same place where he buy his hoodies. He buy his jewelry in the same place where he buy his jeans.
If you're not from New York, let me just explain this for you real quick. There are places where you go to buy your clothes at and they have jewelry drip. Like chains and all of that. Big old earrings and all of that. Right there in the store so that you could get your fit and you could get your...
He's a clean, fresh nigga, though. He's a clean, fresh nigga. He buy his jewelry in the same place where he buy his clothes at. But he's a clean, fresh nigga. This is crazy.
Goes into the bath.
No, I mean, they're not swap meets. They're regular stores. And there's a regular store. See, this is why I said you really don't want to. Yes, like the beauty supply store where you could go in there and go get your wigs and go get them door knockers and all. No, they're stores. They are actually a clothing store that you go into and you buy your clothes and they got the jewelry in there. It ain't even no flea market. No, so just like, why you telling me buy? I didn't say it. He said it. We just repeating it right now.
Piss in the kitty litter. Shits in the kitty litter. Then the cat scratches the kitty litter to get the doodle residue out of his nails and jumps out of the bathroom, jumps out of the kitty litter, and jumps on top of the couch and say, let's get to that. With the drip out.
Okay, again, I'm stopping it because I gotta do this, right? Because I could forget about this dumb shit he's saying. He started this video off saying something about the holy month of Ramadan. I'm not sure what he said, but he started the video off talking about the holy month of Ramadan.
Now, I didn't see that part because I didn't watch the whole video of Hassan because I'm not a Hassan Campbell fan. I can't watch him. I can't do all of that dramatics that he be doing. I can't do all of that because that's not how people... Whatever. Anyway, just not my, but I don't watch him. So I didn't watch the whole thing. I just seen what Zip said and I started laughing because I was watching both of them when they was going back and forth because how this all started is because Hassan came from Mano. Now, if y'all remember, we talked about this already. So now him and Zip end up getting into it, right? Because Zip called him out. Zip called him out because Hassan was calling Mano a rat. So Zip called him out for that, and they started going back and forth. But you know, when somebody starts going after somebody's couch and the cat, what does that have to do with what you said? Like, if you gonna come for me, just me personally, if you gonna come for me, stay on topic, bro. But he about to get on him because he said something about the month of Ramadan, and Zip, I like this. He breaks it down and educates you with knowledge.
It is well known in Islam that you can make wudu. That means you can wash yourself. You can wash yourself. You put the water in your nose, in your mouth, all of that with water that a cat has drank from. well-known fact, but we're going to get on ChatGPT a little later and ask ChatGPT, am I capping? Cats are considered sunnah. The Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, kept cats around him, and some of his companions was very fond of the cats. In fact, the guy who's credited with the most hadith, with revealing the most hadith in the Islamic world, Abu Huraira, father of the cat. Father of the cat. Do you know how important the cat is in Islam? This is what I'm saying. When people get on on the internet and they listen to this weirdo, and he be misinforming the people. A cat in Islam can't be dirty. It can't be dirty. What is he talking about? Like, he got dogs in his house though. He has dogs in his house. When he be on TV talking, you can hear dogs snoring in his house. Let me know.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, I respect.
And it's actually true. Go do your own research. Go look it up. Cats are considered ritually pure and beloved. They're very beloved. Okay? Go do your own. Look it up. See what's what. You know. And that's that. But I want to get to the part where Zip starts comparing.
$2 million right now. You wouldn't have. Jim Jones ain't make smart money. Ain't more money. I like it. Hey, to discuss my crypto coin and never told me he was getting $2 million and never cut me in. But that wasn't the worst part. We were working on clothes and I asked him for a PDF.
No, he's not hating on dogs. He's not hating on dogs. What he's saying is because dude spoke about the cat and he spoke about Ramadan, Zip decided to give some knowledge out on that about how cats are considered pure in Islam. Dogs are not considered to be clean in the nation of in the Quran. Thank you, in the Quran. So, in other words, what he's saying to you is, you calling my cat dirty, but according to my spiritual beliefs and my religion, cats are clean. Your dogs are dirty. That's what he's getting at. That's what he's getting at. Let me get to where he gets to the chat GPT.
I don't need you to be loyal. You walk in the building. It's fine.
Cause you know Zip be going in. So I want to get to when he gets to the chat GPT.
Okay. Everybody you meet in them 100 years, you're gonna need them to respect you.
Oh, this is different.
You know, in the comment section, if you think.
Now, he showed a picture of his grandma.
My nigga, your views didn't go up.
Can't stand it.
50 Cent mentioned me and I got a $20,000 check, my nigga. 50 Cent mentioned you when you still sitting up there talking about let's get to that. Acting like you the illest nigga on the internet, but you're not, my nigga. Your views didn't go up. Your stats didn't go up. I make more money for YouTube than you do. What are we talking about?
You make more money for YouTube than I do. What are you talking about? Who cares how much money you make for YouTube? I don't care how much money you make, period. That has nothing to do with me. I don't even care about you. If you died today, right now, if you checked out, I wouldn't lose no sleep. I would make a video saying, yo, goodbye and good riddance and get as much money as YouTube would give me for it. But nigga, nobody would, I wouldn't care. Like, I wouldn't care that you was out of here. Like,
I agree. It does come off like it's giving jealous. It's giving, you got a real issue with this dude. Zip don't bother nobody. That's the whole thing. Zip don't be bothering nobody. He just get on here, he do his content, him and Pit Cat. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Pit Cat, okay? Every time I go into one of his lives or I go into it, he'll be like, salute to you and Pit Cat. You know what I'm saying?
I was talking about. My slogans made it to the Super Bowl, my nigga. Their slogans made it to Instagram. We are not the same.
he said his slogans made it to the Super Bowl. And mine's made it to Instagram. We are not the same. This is what this nigga, this is.
There is electromagnetic energy.
His face. He said,
Child, drugs while he's in prison.
oh,
A child to the
he's in the chat GPT. He done took it to chat GPT, y'all.
Chat GPT, whose parent is worse? The mother who sends her child to the man's apartment so he can be molested, or the grandmother who brings her child drugs while he's in prison? Chat GPT, whose parent is worse? The mother who sends her child to the man's apartment so he can be molested?
The crazy thing is, chat GPT is going to answer this question for you.
Or the grandmother who brings her child drugs while he's in prison? Both are awful in different ways, but the mother who knowingly sends her child to be molested is committing a more direct and severe betrayal. She's enabling severe long-term harm to an innocent child, which is deeply disturbing and inexcusable. The grandmother bringing drugs to her incarcerated child is also doing harm, but the primary enabling destructive behavior, rather than directly subjecting an innocent person to trauma, it's still wrong, but it doesn't reach the same level of cruelty and betrayal as deliberately putting a child in harm's way. But ChatGPT, in prison, drugs are power. The more drugs you have, the more power you have in jail. So, is the grandmother really doing bad, bringing her grandchild drugs in prison? But ChatGPT, in prison, drugs are power. The more drugs you have, the more power you have in jail. So,
Nomad, you go onto the water table, and if you don't know what the water table is, that means that you just said something. Nomad said that nigga read without a stutter, didn't he? Yes, he did. He read without a stutter. You said read. I said read. Read is the same thing. That's the people with the HVAC system. Without a stutter, he reads very well.
is the grandmother really doing bad, bringing her grandchild drugs in prison? Let's see what ChatGPT says. I see what you're saying. Inside prison, drugs can be a form of currency and power, which could, in a way, be seen as the grandmother trying to help her child survive or even thrive in that environment. But even with that perspective, she's still feeding into a system that's destructive. Drugs in prison don't just benefit the person receiving them; they fuel violence, debt, and addiction, making life worse for many inmates. So while her intentions might be rooted in love and loyalty, she's still contributing to a dangerous cycle. It's a morally complicated situation, but it doesn't compare to a mother knowingly allowing her child to be abused. That's an absolute betrayal with no justification.
ChatGPT sat there and broke down the morale of things. My thing is, AI is too... Let me tell you something. I started talking to the ChatGPT, right? ChatGPT starts picking up. After a while, you start training it. ChatGPT starts talking to you the way you talk to it. My ChatGPT speaks with slang terminology talking to me. I was mind boggled. And when I update stuff in the ChatGPT, it says it's putting it in its memory. So the way you communicate with it is how it's going to communicate back to you. That's crazy work to me. I'm not going to hold you. It spooks me. It does. It does. But
say your mom.
Oh, yeah, here you go.
Yeah. Let's take the human feeling out of this. The AI people say your mom's is way worse than my grandmom's. Yeah.
Not the A. The AI people said that your mom's is way worse than my grandma. I don't know, ChatGPT, the feds are not. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying to you is, it's a learning program. It learns you. It learns how to feed information back to you. It learns how you give information to it. It communicates to you in a way that you're going to understand what it's saying to you. So if you speak to it and you use a lot of terminology, you use a lot of whatever, it's going to come back to you that same way. Crazy work. He about to ask ChatGPT another question now. See, he's on the phone. When you use ChatGPT out loud, let me see if they're gonna give me the voice. I'll show you.
ChatGPT. So would the grandmother bringing her child drugs in prison be considered a gangster? And with the mother sending her child to see the man so he can be molested, what would she be considered? Who would be considered like?
He gotta reword that.
The better guardian of the better guardian. The mother. Hold on. We're gonna ask a better question than that.
See that right there is
a. Want to get them confused.
Yeah.
Do you think the child that was being sent to the man's apartment to be molested, do you think he is in the same space mentally as the kid whose grandmother was bringing him drugs in prison so he can be the boss?
Not the boss.
Do you think the child that was being sent to a man's apartment so he can be molested, do you think he is in the same space mentally as the kid whose grandmother was bringing him drugs in prison so he can be the boss? See what ChatGPT says about this. No, they're not in the same mental space at all. The kid whose grandmother is bringing him drugs in prison is in a rough situation, but he's being positioned to gain power in his environment. He might see himself as someone who needs to be sharp, strategic, and dominant to survive. His struggles are about control, influence, and possibly making the best of a bad situation. The child who was sent to be with the child who was sent to be molested is dealing with deep trauma, betrayal, and a complete lack of protection from the person who should have cared for him the most. That kind of experience can leave someone feeling powerless, broken, struggling with trust, self-worth, and even their own identity. The first kid, despite the messed up circumstances, might feel like he has an agency and a way to navigate his world, even if it's in a dangerous way. The second kid was completely violated and robbed of any sense of safety. Their mental states wouldn't be comparable. The pain, the damage, and the way they view themselves in the world would be completely different. Do you understand the difference between me and you? That's why you can't win against me, nigga. AI know it, not me. The chat.
Now understand this before people be like, yo, Henny, you over here, you condone it, whatever. You heard the ChatGPT said that both situations are a messed up situation. But when you compare the situations and the damage that's being done, and this is an AI computer breaking this down, saying the grandmother who's doing this is operating from this standpoint, and the mother who's doing this is operating from this standpoint. And the long-term effect of what this grandmother did and what this mother did, the long-term effects don't compare. I want you to understand ChatGPT just broke it all down. Zip is very animated. Okay, he is very animated. I find him very comical. How do you get to that? I don't know how you get to that. The AI said. That's what we talk about. The AI said. The AI said it all. He didn't need to say nothing else, okay? There's nothing else to be said. I picked up what was put down. I got what was going on. I heard everything. Y'all go watch the video for yourself over there on on ChatGPT. I'm reading your comments, Shiva. ChatGPT, you say it broke that down. What the long-term effects of this and the long-term effects of that is. Yes, scientifically proven. Okay? Anyway, y'all go check out that feud. If y'all want me to keep up with it, I'll keep up with it. You know, because I told y'all we coming back on the East Coast because I'm an East Coast girly anyway. So I got to dribble a little of the East Coast flavor up in here. And we're going to finally end this off for all of my Croashian people, you know, who like, Henny, you don't never post no Croashian stuff on Henny State Reviews on YouTube, but you post it over there on IG. Croashian will be making a return to the timeline over here as well. So if that is not your type of content or your cup of tea, please come back to the next video. But she has come back and she started off with a concert at the church with her new song that is a gospel song. She's been on 2 podcasts. She was on Ty Lil's live stream. Excuse me, not podcast, Ty Lil's live stream. Do you have something on? There's men.
I came back inside.
So sorry, y'all. She did 2 live streams on Twitch, one with Ty Lil and the other one with Deshae Frost. And they were very long lives. Let me just say this. Them streams be streaming. Salute to them for that. One of them was 6 hours long. The one yesterday was 8 hours long. That's why you didn't see me over here, because I was covering that. I do see areas of growth. Like a lot of growth has happened between her. She said a lot of things that I feel like people need to be paying attention to. You know, this young girl, she's been through a lot of stuff. If you are from the hood, been in the hood, of the hood, or any of that, you understand her. You get her. You get where she's coming from. If you've ever had hood love, you understand her. You get her. You know where she's coming from. Dudes, a lot of dudes. I'm surprised. A lot of men say that they wish that they had a girl like Croashian in their life, but, you know, I don't know. Sometimes, fellas, y'all get a girl like Croashian in your life, and they hold you down, and, you know. Do they go get them tattooed? Did they go get them tattoos? Who? Which one? She did get a tattoo. She got Yahweh over here on the side, right here. And then she just recently got a tattoo around her arm of her siblings. So that's what she got. She did not get another blue face tattoo, if that's what you were asking me. But she has a lot of them. A lot of them. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this. Sometimes y'all have a Croashian, or y'all had a Croashian, and y'all fumbled the bag. Yeah, y'all fumbled the bag. But you know, I'm going to be introducing her back into the timeline over here. So when you see it, you know, check it out. Like it. I'm going to wait for Angel and her interview. Yes, she has an interview that is coming up. We definitely are going to review that interview that she has coming up. I'm looking forward to seeing her return to the timelines, because she's not crashing out. She's not crashing out. She is definitely, you know, moving a bit more strategically. I like where she's going with this. She's not doing the same things that she's done before, trying to get different results with how she's branding herself right now. So they was ordering a lot of food. Had me starving from it. Yeah, yesterday they ordered a whole lot of food. I'm talking fried fish, chicken wings, oxtail. Like, yo, one thing about it, they gonna eat. And she gonna eat. She loves her some good food. All right, and I'm right along there with you. But you know, my thing is, if you have a dislike for her, then just don't even bother. Like, leave her alone. Leave her alone. That's always been my thing. Leave her alone. If she's not your cup of tea, leave her alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, It's one thing to be supportive of a person and you talk about them and you make content on them and you're supportive of them. It's another thing to be a part of a system that brings people down. People that deserve to have their need a voice on them, like Whack 100, don't even compare to this girl. Sorry. Which, by the way, has anybody heard from Whack? Is he really strictly over there on Clubhouse? Like, is he not? I ain't heard nothing. Ain't nobody been talking about him, no nothing. Is he in hiding? Did they come scoop him up and put him in witness protection program? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? No Jumper's going broke. Whack is silent. What's going on? Whack is silent. No Jumper's going broke. Luce Cannon is locked up in LA MDC. And you got podcasters out here acting like they the only ones that been out here doing their thing and like they the top tier of everything, the upper echelon. And the only ones that come with the facts. Nigga, we been out here doing our thing. I don't know what the hell you talking about. You came in the game disrespecting and now you got a whole bunch of people coming after you. You get what you get. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Whack hadn't been outside since his paperwork resurfaced. He really ain't coming outside right now. I'm wondering how that Hunter side looking. That Hunter side looking a little shaky right now. Why y'all not calling him out? Why y'all not asking him all those questions? Why y'all not getting big mic'd over there? Y'all still sitting up on them panels comfortable with him? I'm curious. The last he had CS2 back and Blue's mom going for her. Huh? So she done well considering all the nasty. Oh, you mean Carzilla, Blueface mama. Yeah, the Zilla in the back was going after her. They was. The podcaster gonna learn real quick he should have been a team player. Listen, the crazy thing is that snitch paperwork out of Texas has been out. It's been out. People been new. See, and that's what I was talking about. There's information that's out there, that been out there, that people been doing and been putting out there that people ain't really been paying no attention to. But now people starting to stand up and pay attention. Now they starting to stand up and pay attention. People doing their research, doing their homework now. They waking up out of the fog and the funk because he ain't here to keep throwing the wool over everybody's eyes. Yeah, that Whack 100 stock about to plummet real quick. People was ignoring everything. Go back to them transcripts that I read in the game's case. That fool walked up into the courtroom, was not under oath, and had a conversation with a judge. Who does that? Are you going to just walk up into the courtroom, not be sworn under oath or none of that, just voluntarily go in there and just start talking? And then you talking about the foulisms of your business, and a lot of dummies was sitting there talking about, oh, he was trying to prove that the game is broke. No, the game is broke. Maybe not broke in the sense of he ain't got $1 or 15 cents. But he in the hole with Whack. He on a puppet string with him. How they was shuttling money through shell companies. I broke all of that shit down. Nobody paid attention to it. Salute to the Texas paperwork getting around. Maybe now y'all will start digging the other stuff. Like that. Like the shell companies that he weaseled through. How he was funneling the money through because it was broken down in the court docs. I gave it to y'all. Maybe I need to resurface it. I don't know. I also gave y'all the transcripts. Maybe I need to resurface it. I don't know. And there's a plethora of other things. The Stutterbox stuff, that been out. That been out. But see, now that people are looking for the information, it's there. You just got to find it. Blueface in a hole, that dude ain't even know what his contract was. Blueface is in a hole big time. We're going to see how that plays out when he comes home, too. Because he does have a lien on his home. And he just lost a lawsuit to Soulja Boy's baby mama for another mill. Okay, he got that nightclub incident where they won their judgment against him, and there's a lien on that house, and it's accruing interest. You got Soulja Boy's baby mama just won $1 million lawsuit off of him. I think it's like 1.2 and some change off of him. How he gonna pay that? But Wack's his manager. You see what I'm saying? But Wack is his manager. But he got all this debt accumulating from behind the bars. A lot of this stuff is where lawyers could have stepped in and handled business for him. But you talking about, you gonna get up here on the internet talking about, oh, you'll send a lawyer for Croashian if Blueface tells you to send a lawyer for Croashian. But why you ain't send a lawyer to his court dates where he got these judgments coming against him, tapping into his money? We gonna see though. Free Blueface. Free Blueface from the cell. Free Blueface from the grips of Wack. CS2 back, 3-finger duty shooter, PP liquor. Cash, McElroy Jones. But anyway, that's gonna do it for this coffee cup. This spiked coffee in the morning with Henny, with that girl Henny. That's me. Be on the lookout for the videos. We're going to talk about all of this stuff, and I'm going to break it down for y'all in videos throughout the day. If you are following Straight Henny Media, we will have Media Showdown today at 1 p.m. I think I'm going to push it to 1:30 today, just because I don't know how long they're going to be here doing the HVAC system. I don't know how much noise they're going to be making while we going live, and I just really don't. I'm glad they're quiet right now. I don't know how quiet they're going to be, but yeah, between 1 and 1:30, we will be live, and we will be talking about all the stuff that is going on, some baddie stuff, Croashian stuff. We are in it, okay? So I will see y'all over there. Coffee cup, spiked coffee tomorrow. No spiked coffee on Sunday. Remember that. Y'all don't get too much in the way of content from me over the weekend. I like to spend time with my family on the weekend. So anyway, love is always love, y'all. Remember to vibe high so the bullshit don't stick. And I will definitely see y'all in the next video. Be sure if you're on the replay game to double tap this screen. Lean on the screen. Double tap the screen on your way out. Get down in the comment section and interact. Let me know what you think about any of these topics that I talked about. What do you think about this no jumper lawsuit? What do you think about Bricc Baby? Do you think he's going to come home? Luce Cannon, what do you think his fate is going to be? And how do you feel about Zip with the Drip and Hassan Campbell going back and forth and what ChatGPT had to say? Also, let me know what you think about Croashian's return and Wack being quiet. And I'll see y'all later. Peace, everybody.